Hi viewers, once again I am pleased to meet you through this video. I am English CC Louis and Louis Das is speaking to you. Those who are observing or watching my video for the first time, the first thing that you need to do is to click the bell icon and subscribe my channel, because these are the videos through which you can improve your grammar and spoken English. Try to watch my videos till the end, don't skip in between. So try to listen to it and observe and watch it till the end of the video. So in this video, friends, I have decided to help you to understand and observe, or maybe to pay attention to one of the important skills that we need to pay attention to in spoken English is what is known as listening skill. There are reading skill is there, writing skill is there, speaking skill is there. But the first and primary, the most important thing that we need to pay attention to is to listen carefully or to listen attentively. And if you had noticed in my previous video, when I was trying to help you to understand spoken English, how can we improve our spoken English, I was trying to tell you that if you want to improve your spoken English or to speak in English fluently, you must think in English first of all. Now here, in addition to that, or in continuation to that thought, I am informing you, or I am guiding you, or I am telling you to pay attention to your listening skill, because you can think in your mind, but while you are thinking, it is better that you listen to something that is going on in your mind. Or something that will go on in your mind when you start thinking something. So, even to improve to speak in English fluently, listening skill is a must. Unless you have the patience to listen what is spoken in English, you will have a difficulty later on. And you will miss sometimes the main points or main discussion or main agenda that you are supposed to follow and listen to, and which will be an irritation to maybe your superiors or your elders later on in life. So in order to avoid all those things, I am just here to help you to understand how listening skill is going to be important to our speaking fluently in English. Of course, many experts, many English speaking people, many eminent scholars in English, they may have their own ideas, and those who have the courtesy to listen to, we may have done all these things in the past. But in my simple way, I'm just trying to help you how to improve our spoken English in our day-to-day life, in our context. So here I am trying to help you to pay attention to listening skills today. Listening skills. When I say listening skills, there are various ways that you can listen to people. You can listen. That's why I have written as skills there, listening skills. Now, when we talk of listening skill, in spoken English, what we must remember at the primary level or at the initial stage is how to listen attentively. Or do we have the patience to listen attentively, or what is being spoken to, or what we are supposed to listen? It could be in the classroom, listening to the teachers. It could be a conversation between you and your parents. It could be conversation between you and your friends. It could be dialogue spoken by eminent personalities in the competitions, for example. So there are so many ways where you can improve your listening skill. But to my knowledge, to my simple understanding, I thought this also could be of great help to you to improve your listening skill. See how to improve your listening skills. How to improve your listening skills. So I thought there are 3 reasons involved. There are 3 reasons involved in listening skills. Now see, listening to English and successfully understanding it is difficult for 3 reasons. So this you must understand it very carefully. See, listening to English and successfully understanding is difficult for many of us, according to me, or maybe many people would agree with me, for 3 reasons. Why we find it difficult to listen? Why we find it difficult to listen? So what are the 3 reasons involved with what I have just mentioned? What are the 3 reasons involved where we find it difficult to listen attentively or listen carefully? And see, what I feel is that first reason for us to think about why we are not able to listen carefully is that, see, many words in English are pronounced differently from their written form. See, we write in English in a different sense. Of course, with the correct spelling, all the words are written in correct spelling. But when the similar words are spoken, they sound differently. They sound to us differently. They sound to us differently. And there are many reasons we can give. See, and I have given a few examples here. How we find it difficult to listen to conversations or speeches or many other lectures or many other teachings by the teachers attentively is because of this. See, when we write certain words, we write it in a different manner, but when we speak, certain words are missing there. See, for example, I have given two examples I have given here. See, one is that thought, island, and muzzle. These are the 3 words that I have given for you. How pronunciation can make us to think differently in writing, but different in speaking. Look at the first word there. I have highlighted the differences there. See, I have highlighted the differences there. You take the example, the word, the first one there, thought, THOUGHT. Now, is that spelling there, G, necessary there? Do we pronounce G in the spelling thought? But when we write the spelling thought, when we write the word thought, can we omit that alphabet G there? No. So that is the simple reason, one of the reasons that we could think of in English. See? So in order to write the word correctly, we need to use that word G. But when we pronounce it, we say thought. Thought. See? Thought. Look at the next word there. Island. We have all heard so many times this word island. But when you write the word island, you have to write the alphabet S after I. So the spelling for the word island is ISLAND. But do we pronounce the word yes, Iceland? No. So Iceland. Iceland is, of course, when you have a lot of ice, ICELAND, Iceland is different. But island, it has got a different meaning completely altogether. See? What about the next word there? Muscle. Muscle. MUSCLE, muscle. But does the alphabet C, but the alphabet C, has it got any relevant pronunciation there? Muscle. Do we pronounce the word muscle? No. We pronounce that as muscle. And what is the observations that we have made? In bracket I have written, given there, silent letters. So this is where sometimes we may go wrong in speaking. You may ask me, sir, why sir, writing is different from speaking? That is the way we go about in English. Very simple. Look at other examples underneath. Look at the other examples. I have written a few words there. Like apple. First word is apple, father, game. Apple, father, game. So I have highlighted and underlined the alphabet A there. See? I have underlined the word A in every word there. Apple. The next word is father. And the third word is game. Look at the word apple there. So apple, how does the alphabet A sound? It's A, not A or or like that. See, the pronunciation for apple and A is A. Look at the next word there. Father. And the A I have highlighted there, but how do we pronounce that? Father. See, sound. In the first one we saw A, but the same alphabet is pronounced as fa. Look at the third word. What is the third word there? Game. Completely different pronunciation. Game. It's like a diphthong there. Vowel glide we call it. See? Game. G-A-M-E. Alphabet A is there. But then how do you pronounce that? A there. And what is the difference? In bracket I have written here. Different in pronouncing and but different in pronounced. Same alphabet but different in pronunciation. Differently pronounced. So you can write that differently pronounced. So that is the word we can think of. See, same alphabet but differently pronounced. Okay, we add that differently pronounced. See, differently pronounced. And this is the first reason why we find it difficult to listen carefully, and we find difficult to look at the same word when they are written in written form. So silent letters, and then in pronunciation. What is the second reason for us, for the times that we may feel different or we may feel difficult to listen? is the second reason is that, see, when native speakers talk fast, they link the words together. We don't pronounce. See, native speakers. Who are the native speakers? People who have English as their mother tongue. The same thing can happen in Tamil also. In our mother tongue, when we speak our own mother tongue, native language, we may tend or we have the tendency to speak fast, but when we write the same words in written form, we are writing it differently. And here what happens now, when we speak, the native speaker, because of his or her fluency, or since it is their mother tongue or native language, they may tend to pronounce the word faster, as if they are omitting certain words or certain letters, alphabets there. Certain words and there are certain alphabets there. And I have given the example here. See, I have given the example. See, look at the example here. See, I am going to have lunch. That's the sentence. I am going to have lunch. And it sounds, when you hear the same sentence spoken by a native speaker, how does it sound? I am going to have a lunch. See, I am going to have a lunch. And I have highlighted underlined the words, how they are pronounced very fast. And can we write that same word, going to have? Can we write that in written form? No. No, we cannot write like that. And this is one of the area. See, for example, when you ask a person, how are you? Pronouncing every word, how are you? But when you hear the same words spoken by a native speaker, he or she may not say, how are you? Instead of that, he or she may say, how are you? So, how are you? See, how fast? Awa, H-O-W-A-R-H, all the letters, alphabets will come together, how are you? And they are all correct, as long as if the people who are able to understand them clearly. And this is the second difficulty we have. Why people tend to listen or drag listening carefully, attentively. And the third reason is, this is what I have realized as far as my experience is concerned. See, what is the third reason? Too little practice. What does it mean, too little practice? Of course, we listen, but then how often we practice in speaking? We all can say that practice makes a person perfect and all that. But we all understand that difference is there in pronunciation, difference is there in writing, written form, difference is there in the pronunciation of the native speaker as well as the persons who speak English as a second language. We all know the reasons. But then, do we take the effort to practice regularly by pronouncing words correctly as far as English is concerned? See now, most people read too much but do not listen to enough English. See, that is the reason. Most people read too much. We read. Of course, when we study, we read too much. When we read the newspaper, we read a lot. But what does it say? But do not listen to enough English. This is the third reason that we can think of. So these are the three reasons by which we can conclude why people have the tendency to have the dragging or sometimes you may call it even lazy. Why? People don't make efforts to listen carefully. Just take it for granted. But this is not the way, my dears. This is not the way. Because if we want to improve in speaking in English, we must be able to undergo all the difficult situations and the challenges that we need to have in English. See? And I cannot stop with that. Now, how to improve our listening skill? How to improve listening skill? And I have forwarded, or I thought by these two ways we can improve our listening skill. So see, 2 ways to improve spoken English or listening skill. 2 ways to improve our listening skill. The first way is to practice every day. Practice every day. As simple as that, dear or dear friends. See, we must practice every day. If we want to learn something, if we want to study, if we want to score more marks, what do we do? We keep on studying and memorizing and writing and keeping on writing. So similarly, when we want to speak in English fluently, we must practice speaking at least 10 to 15 minutes every day. We need to have that agenda in our mind, in our day-to-day life. Okay, set a target of time. From this time to this time, I am going to speak in English. Set a time. Practice, practice, practice. Speak in English. And when we speak, see, what do we do actually? We tend to do certain wrong things. See, when we listen also, we do the same mistake. What do we do when we listen? We listen too fast and we don't understand every word also. Try to listen once, don't understand every word and get frustrated, so give up. Like you see, I have been telling you, when you watch my videos, don't skip, watch it till the end. So what is our tendency? What is our human tendency? After all, this is grammar, no. So we can just run fast. That is how we take it for granted in many things. It's not right, dears, my dears. It's not right, because when we want to speak in English fluently or correctly, you need to practice daily. And once we start listening, you have to continue to listen. You have to continue to listen. You may not understand, doesn't matter. You may not be able to follow, doesn't matter. Sometimes you may get frustrated with the speaker. So try to look for other speakers, other materials or some recordings in English that you can listen to very carefully. And I have also suggested in my previous videos, watch matches and listen to the commentaries in English. Listen to the commentaries in English. When you listen to the commentaries in English, especially when you watch matches like cricket matches, football match, basketball matches, kabaddi, whatever the sports that we are interested in, try to listen to the commentaries, and in English you can experience or you can listen to the different pronunciations spoken by various accent given by people from various states, various countries, various nations. So in that way we can improve and we can learn to use those accents of different nations. See, this is one of the ways that we need to pay attention to. See, what is the thing there? So try to listen once and don't understand every word and get frustrated, so give up. We should never give up, guys. We should never give up. See, difficulties would come, challenges would come for anything. If you are going to anything, if you are going to learn anything that is new, challenges would come every day. So once we give up, that's it. That's it. But when time comes, we may have to go back to the same old practice once again. And what is the right way to listen? Or what is the right way to speak in English fluently? How to listen right way? See, relax and know that it's completely normal. So you have to feel relaxed. Feel relaxed. Sometimes you may see people scratching their head here and there. What is this after all? I cannot do anything. I cannot understand anything. This person's speech, talk and everything. So you may get frustrated. You may get worried. You will be worried. You will be frustrated. So the right way to listen carefully is to relax and know that it's completely normal. And you are not the only person in the world that you get frustrated when you are trying to improve your listening skill. You are not the only person. And people who are able to speak in English fluently, they were not able to do that all on a sudden. Must have taken for few, it may have taken 1 year or few months or few years, depending upon the interest and efforts they may have showed in order to speak in English fluently. So guys, this is the thing that I wanted to share with you today in terms of spoken English and how to improve your spoken English. And in a way, to improve your spoken English, I said try to think in English and now listen in English carefully in a right manner. Don't think that you are the only one who are not able to listen carefully. No, there are people still who are finding it difficult to listen carefully. So don't worry, don't feel inferior about yourself. Always think positive, feel vibrant, the energy that is going on in your self-confidence. I can speak in English fluently. So if you had made up your mind, towards that part of thinking, towards that part of goal, you will try to listen carefully. And listen to the native speakers, listen to the speakers who are speaking English as their second language. Okay guys, I hope this will be of great help to you. So as I had said earlier, I will come back to you trying to improve your spoken English also by speaking or by dialoguing with persons in a live contextual situations, like what I did the other day when I was trying to teach you different tenses. So take this positively and try to watch it carefully through this video and look how listening skill is important for us to improve our spoken English. Okay guys, so until we meet in the next video, goodbye. Try to subscribe my channel and watch all the channels completely, thoroughly till the end in order to get the full benefit out of them. Okay guys, so see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye from English CC Louis channel. Thank you. See you.